I'll finish with students. My dear students, I said it starts with your parents, it's midwifed by your teachers, but it ends with you. You are the one in the dock. You are the one we are cooking, preparing for the future. And if you cook well, then you will become a meal that is ready to be partaken by everyone. But if you don't cook well, then everyone is going to reject you. And even the people cooking you, after a while, will realize that this food is not cooking. They will remove you from the cooking pots. So students, what can you do to make yourself a better student, to cook yourself better in school? As other speakers have mentioned, it starts with a personal effort. You need to put in effort, remain focused on what brought you here. They say you can find a number of animals by the river, and if you observe over a period of time, you will see that some animals are drinking water and some are not. But after a while, the herdsperson who has taken these animals to the river will drive them away from the river and back to the grazing fields and say, but there's just one or two that may not have taken. So you being in school does not translate automatically that you are doing something if you are not doing something. You need to make an effort so that you study and progress. To do that, you need to develop an ambition. A previous speaker talked about an objective. You need to have the objective. The TSC director classified students into 3 and said we have those, the top, who come and decide, I want to be this, and they go and be the top of the crowd. And then he said the second group, the outsiders, who are here, but they don't want to be here. They are thinking of when they will leave. Students, I want to tell you this. The time you will be in school is shorter than the time you will be out of school. Ufanye tu hesabu kidogo. Ukianza class 1 na ufike nyinyi mlikuwa class 8 because CBCC imeanza juzi tu. Class 8. Alafu hiyo 8 years. Alafu ongeze 4 years from 4. Hiyo ishafika 12 years. Alafu uende university ama college 4 years. Uongeze hiyo ngapi? 16 years. So you've been in school for 16 years. I was in school for 16 years. Mine were longer. They were 18 because to be a doctor it took me 6 years instead of 4. So 18 years. But do you know that since I graduated it's been 30 years. And I'm still alive. Na sionekani nitakufa. Mnaona nakaa kama mtu anaweza kufa hivi karibuni. Si mnaona nakaa tu poa, niko sawa. So the message is that you will be out of school longer than you are in school. And so kama hiyo miaka 4 umepewa ufanye kitu fulani na wewe uko kwa ile group ya pili yenye badia amesema, unasema tu sijui nitamaliza lini niende nyumbani, nimechoka na hii shule. Na kuambia utaenda huko nyumbani, utake kurudi shule, na kuambia sasa huwezi rudi. Utakula ngumu hiyo miaka hata usione ni ngapi. So these few years, realize that they are really few, but they are for something. Use them, set your objectives, develop effort, and achieve what you want to do, and go out and now live the longer life free from what you are thinking is not good in school. In so doing, you need to be good in how to manage time. I know you have been told about this. So have a personal timetable away from the school timetable, away from the preps that the teacher will come and put you into. You have your own timetable where you know what you want to study, you know when you want to study. Form groups, discuss with other students, talk to your teachers, and through those approaches that you have been told about, you will achieve your academic success for the short period of time you will be in school. Another important thing for students, friendships, mabeshte. When you are in school, the time you are in school, including up to college, it is a very important time. I personally say that the most enduring friends that you have, the most genuine and enduring friends that you will ever have, you make them during that time you are in school or in college. When you finish college and you become Dr. Mlundu like me, and I'm meeting Professor Angeline, I'm meeting Principal, I'm meeting my dearest, we are just allies. The friendships that you make are usually centered around small, narrow interests. Walimu mnafunza pamoja, so you are staff mates of Kauma. When one is transferred, naende shule ingine, saa ingine hata kwa phone book yako nikuja after a while hayuko. Ukweli ama uongo? Because the friendships you make after school are friendships that are not based on very genuine, conditionless attraction towards each other. And so for you students who are in school, it's good that you make good friendships, because there is also a potential to make bad friendships. And the bad friendships are the ones that will move you from category 3 that Mr. Obadia, category 1 that Mr. Obadia talked about, to category 3, which were the outcasts. They are now telling you, kwenda class hata ni waste of time. Uwe mwalimu simpendi. Hiyo lesson ya Mr. Mulu, achana na hiyo. Siendi huko. So you are not attending class. You start engaging in other behaviors, which I'll shortly talk about, like drugs. And soon your performance plummets. Not because you are bad, but because you took up bad friendship. And as I said to parents, this is one of the indicators in my work when students come, because sangine wanaletwa, wamekunywa pombe, wamefukuzwa shule, so wanaletwa kwangu. One of the things that I first ask is the friendships of this child. Nauliza mzazi, unajua marafiki wa mtoto? Sijui. Then I know there's a problem. If you can't tell me 2 or 3 friends of your child, there's most likely to be a problem. But for you, the students, the friendships you make, let them be good friendships, friendships that inspire you to achieve your objectives. Wewe kama unasoma unataka kuwa daktari na umeshikana na mtu mwenye anasema, hii kusoma ni bure. Sasa huyo mtu ukikaa naye unaona nini mtafanya pamoja? It's a waste of time. One of you will pull the other in their direction, and most likely the bad ones will usually pull the good ones away from their objectives. I've talked about, as I conclude, bad behavior because of friendships. I would like to mention singularly the issue of drugs. Students, drugs of addiction, madre, pombe, bangi, miraa, you know all these drugs. These drugs are a career killer. They can never make you achieve your objectives. The interesting thing is that when you start, I don't know if I should call it even interesting or not. When you start, they appear to be okay, but they are very deceptive. in just a short period of time, that okayness will disappear. So for you as students, I would say mambo ni matatu vile wanasema. Number one, don't start using these drugs. Just don't start. Mtu asikudanganye atukunywe pombe kidogo, uvute bangi, utawacha. Don't start. It's very difficult to stop when you have started. Number two, if you have started, difficult as it is, stop or try to stop. And number three, if you cannot succeed, then seek help. Go and find someone who can help you within your family, within the school community, and there is help available. In my work, in my hospital in Nairobi, I treat, among other patients, people who come with problems of drugs. And some of them are high school students brought by their parents. Some are university students. So when you come, we are able to help you. But don't wait to come to us to help you. Get this message early enough that drugs of addiction cannot further your education. Finally, as I conclude, I'll go back to what I said at the beginning. The collaborative approaches we need to achieve success in this school is to think of a three-stone cooking place where you have the students, the teachers, and the BOG management, and the parents. But students, remember that you are the one who is being cooked, who is being prepared. If you come out as a good meal, everyone will want to partake. Everyone will want to eat that good meal. Everyone will want to be with you, to work with you. If you come out as a bad meal, nobody wants to be with you. And the icing on the cake is that when you are a good meal, you set your price. Nasema tu, mimi ukitaka ni ukue na mimi, you pay this much. And there will be many people willing to pay that. So the things you aspire for, that you want to have a happy, successful life, the key is inside this school. You come out of this school well cooked. Everyone out there is waiting to have you and to pay whatever price that you will be asking. Thank you. I'll close my remarks at that point. Mbarikiwe sana.